Hey guys, I'm Isaac and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2025. If there's one actor whose comeback I've really been admiring lately, it's Ke Huy Quan for sure. He initially found success as a child actor before leaving the profession for 2 decades while serving as a stunt coordinator for a few other films, eventually making his big return in 2022, winning an Oscar and scoring a few other supporting roles ever since. But now it's time to see him take on a lead role for a change in Love Hurts, alongside fellow Oscar winner Ariana DeBose, who's been having it pretty rough ever since she got the award. Either way, I was definitely interested to see how Quan would fare in this admittedly corny-looking action flick. Then the reviews came out. So I bit the bullet and gave it a watch, and yeah, it sucked. Maybe not 18% on Rotten Tomatoes level bad, but it's still bad. It centers around Marvin, a realtor who receives an envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime who he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zones. Haunted by his brother, a volatile crime lord, Marvin must confront the choices that haunt him and the history he never truly buried. I'll admit that there were a few redeeming qualities in Love Hurts, particularly the actors. Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose were really good as the leads, even if the materials they had to work with weren't very good, and they supplied a small amount of amusing dialogue. As for the action, it was competent, I guess. It didn't have much going on in terms of direction and cinematography, but the fights were well choreographed and the score was pretty good. But that's basically where my praise for Love Hurts ends, because the rest of the movie, well, it hurts. And that's especially true about the writing and pacing. I believe movies should be as long as they need to be to tell their story, but the sub 80-minute runtime really didn't work for Love Hurts, and it made the pacing feel breakneck, giving little time for major events to sink in. This also leads to the characters feeling flat and underdeveloped, regardless of how good the actors try to salvage this. I'm sure the materials were there for this to have been good, but that sadly wasn't the case with what we got. Rather, Love Hurts is another forgettable action flick that may have some good acting and serviceable fights, but it falls flat in terms of everything else like the writing, humor, and characters. There's much better stuff out there if you want to get your action fix, and you won't be missing anything if you skip this one. It may not be less than a 3 out of 10, but I can put the less sign next to it and make it look like a heart. Next time, I'll be talking about The Unbreakable Boy. I have a lot to say about that movie, and what I have to say is not good. So if you're excited for that video and want to see others like it, then consider subscribing to the Isaac Carthy channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.